Really quickly before we get into the Dante Thornton of it all, and we got some juicy stuff to talk about. I need voicemails. Every Tuesday, I answer your questions and I play your voicemails out loud on this channel. 725-253-0264. If you call that number, you will hear me in voicemail form. You can leave your question about the Raiders, about life, about fantasy football, music, movies, whatever you want to talk about on Tuesdays. It is dictated by you. If you become a $5 patron, along with all the other stuff that you get, one of the things in that tier that you get is being able to have the chance to call in live and talk to me live on air. You get a couple other things with that $5 tier. Link in the description below. Patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. But you can call anytime and leave a voicemail, which is what I need you to do. Dante Thornton, this is real. The hype is real, and I'm going to explain to you why. There's a couple things that happened that made me go, okay, this is interesting. Thing one, I saw a Sports Illustrated article about how the Rams missed an opportunity to draft Dante Thornton. Not a Raiders article. It was a national article about how the Rams missed their opportunity to get their next prolific weapon in Dante Thornton. So he's already making the rounds on that. NFL.com, not Just Blog, baby, or not Silver and Black Pride or Bleacher Report. NFL.com has now come out with a Dante Thornton article that we're going to read. But most importantly, the stat heard around the world. Oh, it's gone. Where is it? There it is. What I want to talk about is this right here. Highest graded passers on 20-plus yard passes, deep passes, since 2022. Geno Smith is number one in the league. I don't think people quite understand what having such a deep threat could mean for our offense, with Geno Smith leading the likes of Burrow, Tagovailoa, Prescott, and Josh Allen. That's why this is important. It's not just, well, we don't have a lot of wide receivers, so we need somebody to step up. When is the last time, besides a few Henry Ruggs games, that we had a truly prolific, over-the-top, deep threat? If you go back to the Derek Carr years, we never had that. Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree were more Jacoby Myers than they were Dante Thornton. They were kind of like along the edges, in the middle of the field, route runners, right? You had your slot guys like Hunter Renfrow and Seth Roberts. You had the big, strong guy like Andre Holmes or Jared Cook. Brock Bowers is another one of those, like, possession, like 10 to 15 yards, just hitch route, grab the ball, squeeze your hands, right? This is different. We have never had somebody on this team that can be a Justin Jefferson. Just take the ball over the top and score. A Tyreek Hill, right? We've never had one of these guys. And this is the Al Davis of it all. This is what people are talking about when they go back into the vault and they see Cliff Branch and Fred Biletnikoff, right, sprinting down the sidelines. This is what they talk about with Dante Thornton and why this is so important. So let's discuss a little NFL.com national article here. Raiders Dante Thornton, and this was 2 days ago by the time of this recording, brings unique potential with speed, size, the Al Davis pick of this draft by Michael Baca. The Las Vegas Raiders couldn't pass up on the potential available to them with the 108th pick of April's draft, selecting wide receiver Dante Thornton Jr., who wowed with a 4.30 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. With a 6'5" frame, Thornton's size and speed figures to create a matchup nightmare for opposing defenders. And the fourth-round selection reminded the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, of his Hall of Fame father's well-known appetite for dynamic athletes. And I think this was John Spytek who said, Mark Davis joked that this was the Al Davis pick of the draft. Raiders general manager John Spytek said after drafting Thornton via the team's official website, the height, weight, speed, raw traits, athleticism, speed. I said speed twice. Wait, speed. Oh, did he say speed twice? That's funny. If he did that on purpose, that's pretty funny. I think it's just focusing on what he can do and where he can be. You watch the tape. I think it's pretty impressive, and we think he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. Oh, God, I hope not. Thornton notched 661 yards and 6 touchdowns off just 26 receptions during his senior season at Tennessee, producing the highest yard per reception, 25.4 in the FBS last season. The 22-year-old furthered his prospective status with the second fastest 40 of any wideout and became the tallest player to clock 4.30 or faster at the Combine since 2003. Big playability is what the Raiders are hoping for with Thornton, and offensive coordinator Chip Kelly recognizes the type of weapon he has at his disposal. I think Dante is unique in terms of just He's just a hair under 6'5". He ran a 4.3. There's not a lot of humans on the planet that can do that. And I think if you had to drop an outside wide receiver, you would pick that body type. Someone that's got length, someone that's got a huge catch radius, but also has speed. Sometimes you can get a big guy like that, and he can't really run. So they can stay with him. So you add the elements of speed to him, his ability to sink his hips, his ability to get in and out of cuts. Las Vegas pivoted in 2025 with the hiring of Pete Carroll and the acquisition of Geno Smith, while Carroll and Kelly aim to stabilize the Raiders' offense with the sound rushing attack, one headed by Ashton Jeanty. Play action passes might be where the opportunities lie down the field for pass catchers like Thornton. He could see ample playing time as a rookie, considering Las Vegas' very thin and very young receiver room. Carroll is looking forward to getting a look at Thornton and the rookies during training camp. I can't wait. We're getting closer. Where'd that go? Training camp as the veterans could make his return to the sideline a year after a long hiatus. It's a good-looking group. The idea is to focus those guys to play early and make them have to play and do that well. You have to ask them to do things they're good at. I've said this before. If you ask them to do everything that a veteran knows, they're going to falter and they're going to not be able to show themselves. But if you do it in a progressive manner that gives them a chance to show, then by the time we get to midseason, those guys can be the regulars for us. Okay. If you've got a sleeper fantasy football team and you haven't had your rookie draft yet, you got to take this guy. And maybe hope that you don't have to waste a draft pick on him, although I don't think you'd be wasting one on him, and pick him up in free agency. That's exactly what I did. And I just think, like, where was Puka Nacua drafted last year? Let's see. Puka, I think he was a 5th-round pick, right? Let's see. Puka Nacua, he was a 5th-round pick by the Rams, 177th overall. And we all know what he did his rookie year, but let's just read it. His rookie season, he had 1,500 yards, 6 touchdowns, 14.2 per catch. I don't know, man. I went back and just to see like if the hype was something like this with a rookie. That happens often. I went back to 2024, 2023, 2022, and I tried to find articles early in the mini camp, training camp stages, before pads were on, about any rookies that were getting praise. And there was only one, and it was Brock Bowers. And it was just like, yep, this guy's pretty good. But there are more articles about Dante Thornton than there were about how good Brock Bowers has looked. And before that, there was nobody. And there's one thing for Hondo or Levi Edwards, guys that are attached to the Raiders, to say, I'm not discrediting them, but to say, like, Dante Thornton looks great. And they're there. They can see with their own eyes. That's the reason we're getting hyped. But it's another thing, like I said, for Sports Illustrated to come out with an article about how the Rams blew it not drafting him. Or for now, NFL.com to be making an article about him. That goes to show you just how much of an impact this guy could have. And Geno Smith, being the best quarterback in the National Football League, highest graded PPF passer. And it's funny, I feel like people don't like PPF. PFF, excuse me. I've been saying PPF, Pro Football Focus. I feel like a lot of Raider fans are anti-PFF until they say a good thing about the Raiders. Then they're like, PFF, highest grade passer. He is not only the highest graded passer of deep balls, but he's also one of the highest graded play action passers. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to look it up right now. Geno Smith grade on play action passes. Let's see. Geno Smith was second in success grade on pure dropbacks. Interesting. Okay. Geno Smith had a PFF grade of 9 last year. Interesting. Okay. I really thought he was... here we go. He's third in the league on play-action passes with a grade of 86. And that was a Seattle website that cited PFF. So he's third in the league in play-action passes, which could really be opened up with Ashton Jeanty, right? And he's first in the last 2 years combined, ahead of Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Dak and Tua in deep ball passes. And if we can have somebody like DK Metcalf, if Dante Thornton can be 80% of DK Metcalf, what did DK do his rookie year? That's another thing I want to look at. DK Metcalf rookie year. DK's rookie year had 58 catches, 900 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I mean, if Dante Thornton can do that, now DK was a second-round pick, but Thornton wasn't short after in the 4th round. I don't know, man. I'm buying stock. This is the whole point of this video, to say I'm buying stock. I'm putting my flag in the ground. I'm believing in the hype in this guy. This isn't like when Chaz Schillings would have a good mini camp in 2007, and we'd be like, "Ooh, who's that guy?" Or there's always a guy, Jerron Kreiner. My dad would always say, "Jerron Kreiner's having a pretty good camp." What are we talking about? This is different. This is Sports Illustrated. This is NFL.com. This is PFF talking about how this kid could be special. And the idea that he came in after the draft and said, like, yeah, I could run every route, just Tennessee didn't have me do it. Like, if I visit, I'll show you. Put the pads on me. I'll show you. I'm excited, man. Levi Edwards has said that Geno Smith's #1 target in training camp was Dante Thornton, which is insane. And he is the perfect mesh piece to go with Brock Bowers and Jacoby and Jack Besh. I'm very excited. A couple things I need to tell you to do. Hit that subscribe button. We just passed 13,000. I'm so happy that we can do that. But about 50% of you that are watching are not yet subscribed. So hit that subscribe button if you're new. And also, link in the description below to my Patreon. If you want to become an executive producer of this channel, get your name at the end of the credits like these beautiful people. All you have to do is sign up for the cheapest tier, which is $5 a month. You get your name at the end of the credits. You get exclusive, never before seen, never uploaded content exclusively to Patreon. You get videos like this days in advance. You can upgrade to get ad-free content as well. You can call in live. I need those calls. I need those voicemails. Make sure we're calling 725-235-0264. Hit that like button, comment away. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free. I'll throw no charges to you. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time.